Hey, oh, I forgot to get my thing for my sound check. Just a minute. Hey, welcome to Above Life channel. Sweet, we're working. We're in business, peeps. We're in business today. Nice to see you. Welcome to Above Life channel. The purpose here is to, let me see if I have my glasses in the room. Just a minute. Yeah, I'm flying by the seat of my pants today because I'm trying to get all this stuff in that I have to do today. Work sessions, yoga, Lionsgate 8-8, manifestation energy, clearing, burning, setting intentions, just the usual stuff. Going to the co-op, getting healthy food, all that. All right. So here we go now. Welcome. Thank you for showing up on a Tuesday. Usually on Above Life channel, we do our channeling sessions on Mondays, but this week, just too much stuff going on. Too much stuff going on. The end of the summer, it gets kind of crunchy. So welcome. If you're new here, hey, nice to see you. This is a live stream channeling session. We're actually going to talk with David Bowie today because I was trying to feel into who in the afterlife would be a good energy to tap into for like manifesting. Because whether you follow astrology or not, whether you're into the energy stuff or not, today is potent. It's spicy. The energy of this, it's the 8th of August, so it's the 8-8, which 8-8 is the reflection of the energy of infinity. And so it's a great opportunity to actually manifest. And you can think of it as like a lucky day if you want to do that, okay? So you don't have to believe in anything or anybody, any deities, any astrologies, any star energy stuff or ETs or whatever. You don't have to believe in anything and you can believe in everything. There's no judgment here, whatever your jam is. But we're going to use this energetic portal to tap into and connect with an afterlife celebrity guest who will then share with us, hopefully, some tips about this particular 8-8 portal. Right? Okay. All right. So I did go into town, as I mentioned. I woke up this morning with just a light in my belly. And I'm going to share that light with you today. And I got this cardamom oat milk latte. Yeah, cardamom oat milk latte. To enjoy while we're having our conversation when I went into town and went to a somatics class, which is like a version of yoga, and just really started the day watching the sunrise, connecting to the sun energy, that solar plexus, that spirit chakra, bringing that in here. I'm going to acknowledge and honor some spirit guides that I work with. If they're your jam, welcome them into your life. If they're not, let them pass on by for you. Sekhmet, who is a lioness goddess, who is known in the Egyptian realm, very divine. I love that. That's hot. Yeah. And tattoo that I just got my upper left. I've seen it. I posted pictures of it, but it's a dagger and Joan of Arc energy and Sekhmet energy. Yeah. So tools and symbolism. So when we do our psychic work and our connection to the afterlife, and for you, especially when we talk about manifesting here today, symbols, powerful, okay? Because we don't always know how to articulate or use words. We can't find words to the energy of how we feel. We can't even find full thought forms of maybe what we might want, like connecting into what we want. I don't even know what I want. What? I'm just so busy trying. And I know I jacked into some of you, right? It's okay. And empaths, you're told come here and getting. That's a good sign. Get your write down some stuff. If I piss you off because of something I say or the way I say it or a word I use, write it down because that's information for you. You can use that for yourself. You can grind it up, get all upset and angry. And the opposite of that is really the power that you have to release your grief underneath, because it's easier to get mad than it is to cry and be sad. And usually that means there's grief. There's something you're hanging on to that's no longer for you anymore. I'm so sorry, honey. It's just not. It's hard to accept that it's over, or that that's expired now. It's just, it's run its course. And so that underneath that sadness, the grief presents sometimes as anger and triggering and resistance. And really underneath it is the sadness that just wants to flow and move, emotion, feeling in the heart, thus the empathic. So the symbols are important because, like, the dagger is important for me about cutting cords and about alignment. It means alignment for me. It's not just it's not a weapon. It's a source of power and alignment. In fact, I have it right here. Just a minute. When I went to get my tattoo, I took a picture I had this in picture. And so I took a picture with me. I was able to look it up on my phone and say, this is what my dagger looks like. This is exactly what I would like you to create on my upper left leg, my divine feminine side of my body. I want this with some roses around it and some swans, and that's what I want. I want this. So I got it. I got this. Yes, I did. So this is a symbol for me, right? It's not a violent symbol. It's an alignment symbol. It's a symbol of strength and integrity and power. Not brute force, power of the wisdom inside. It's the spinal column. All right. So for you today, when we're talking about manifesting, when we're talking to David Bowie, pay attention, because he might say something, or he might bring in a symbol, or I might see something in the third eye, because you guys know I'm clairvoyant. You know that. That might be a specific message for one of you. And before you just say no, and dismiss it, just write it down. Just write it down. Because it might be something that repeats for you. It might come back for you, that kind of thing. It could be a color. It could be a song lyric. It could be a word. It could be something your dad used to say. It could be a bird, a totem animal, like the bird on my shirt. Right? This is from a bike shop in town. And they have a cafe. That's where I got this, the Farmstead Bike Shop in Northfield, Minnesota. Just do a plug for them. And not the one in Minneapolis, but the one in Northfield. And I went there and got a friend of mine does their menu and stuff. So I went there and got the latte today. And then I saw this shirt and I'm like, I have to have that. It's a raven. So like a raven is a symbol, right? So is the wheel, sacred geometry. The wheel is a symbol for me, the Celtic wheel. I'm actually in a program where I'm divine feminine, connecting into the Celtic high holy days during this year. Just did Lunasa or Lammas. Some people would say Lammas if you're like a pagan person. You're kind of into the Lammas stuff. And Lunasa is the Celtic version and stuff. So anyway, my point is symbolism, metaphor, all that. So I had to have it. I got it today. I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Probably should have got a medium since I've been gaining some weight, which is fine. It's healthy for me now, let me tell you. Anyway, come on in, Mr. Bowie. Welcome in the chat. Thank you for being here. Hi, Cammie. Hi, Ginny. Hi, Anna. Anna. And Rhonda's here. Lola's here. Hey, Michigan. Patty, of course, our moderator, is here. Thank you for being here today on this Tuesday for channeling. Okay, I want to timestamp this. Gosh, 9 minutes in and I just chatting. You guys are going to be so annoyed. I'm so not sorry. This is who I am. So if you like my style and my vibe, you can hang out with me on Above Life channel. You're welcome here. Okay. Come on in, Mr. Bowie. Mr. Bowie. Mr. Bowie has a tie on. A very loose noose, he says. Oh my God, he's going to be Muse. Woohoo. You guys, he's going to present the archetype of the Muse energy. M-U-S-E, Muse energy. Okay, write that down. The Muse, which is playful, which is fairy-like, which is creative, which is astral and cosmic and aurora borealis colors. Okay, are you with me? Are you with me? The wish upon a star vibe, thank you very much. The wish upon the stars. We're going to ask you to bring your youthful exuberance in, even if you're like me and you're 50 or more, or you're just tired today because you got little kids and you've been chasing them around and you just feel like, oh my God, those little kids. So he said, the loose noose, loosen the noose, the neck noose, the noose. So he has it looks like a metallic shirt, like a disco shirt, like the John Travolta kind of vibe with the like low. He's not, I know he ain't dead, people. I know he's not. His wife is, and Olivia Newton-John is, but he's not. Okay, he's still here. But the low cut shirt and this just tie hanging there, just loose. And the tie is like striped, and it looks like something you might see at like a school for for boys or something, or like a. He says you can say it. Oh, like a Catholic school uniform kind of thing with this loose tie, but the shirt is like this disco shirt and it's metallic and it looks very iridescent, rainbow reflective, kind of silver. It kind of shows a little silver, a little white. Do you know what I mean? Like it's sparkly reflective. So it kind of glows like that. So, okay. And he's got like one of his eyes is pink. Like there's like this pink splotch of paint and his hair's all spiky. There's a character, somebody that you, I don't understand, Ziggy something. Starry Night, Starlight. He feels very MTV, where I see a lot of cheesy set like props, and then the magic or the energy is him. The electricity is him. That's what it is. He's entering like this, showing us the contrast. He said, you're gonna have to explain a lot. Okay. Yeah, because they love it when I do that. They hate that. Sometimes they really hate that when I do that, because then it's just me talking and it's not you. And what the heck, dude? He's like, well, I guess you're just gonna have to get over that. Mm-hmm. You got to get over what other people think. Okay, all right. Go ahead, chat away. He says, talk about the contrast between the structured set. Like, think about it when they film movies and stuff, a soundstage. Oh my God, you guys, it's almost like the Truman Show, the soundstage vibe. Do you know what I'm saying? Like your life is a sitcom or a TV show. It's like a soundstage thing. It's weird. He's showing that, but he's showing me like an MTV video kind of thing, like where there's all these cheesy like universe, cosmos, like it's black and white. And the white is like the moon. There's a moon. And then there's like this, like a pole, like a flag. But it's not necessarily a US flag, FYI. Actually, it looks like, do you know what it looks like? This is kind of cool. Like he shows me the flag. He says, notice the color contrast. I'm like, okay. So the flag actually looks like something you might see at a castle, like hanging down like a banner, where it's like just straight. And then it has like a little cutout. So if it was a rectangle, it would have a bite out of it, like a triangle out of it. And one side is this really beautiful purpley blue, like a deep purple blue. And the other side is this hot fuchsia pink. So it's like blue and pink, but it's not necessarily just he said it's whatever it represents for you. That's all it is. He says, don't give them too many suggestions. He says, let them decide. Let them decide. Oops, I should have turned off my phone. Sorry. Let them decide. I had to do that because I wanted to check my sound. Sorry. He says, let them decide. So it looks like a flag. Each 1 point side is just like a purpley blue, and the other side is like a fuchsia. They're bright colors, but again, the backdrop is all black, and there's like a space look, and it's like almost like chalkboardy cardboard. And then it's like the moon. We're standing on the moon, and then the pole with the flag. Okay, and the flag, the indigo purple, the fuchsia pink. Those colors could represent something for you. The combination together might, or whichever color stands out to you more when I'm saying that might mean something. So the clues could be chakras, it could be people in your life, it could be a symbolism or a metaphor. Just saying a flag in general could be a trigger for you. This is information intuitively that your body's going to respond to. Okay. All right. He says, very good. Very good, teacher. Thank you. Thanks, my friend. Then he shows me lemons, a big basket of lemons. Is this going to be like a whole charades thing? Because I think we need to hear some of your actual words, because if we don't, I mean, it would be not. He said, the basket of lemons. I'm like, are you going to hand that to me? Is that like a metaphor? I guess I set the stage, didn't I? I did. I kind of asked for it when I said metaphor, didn't I? And symbolism. Yeah, I kind of did. Sorry. That's gone now. All right, so the lemons. When life hands you lemons, make a mixed drink. Iced tea? Lemonade? So a big, like a wire basket, and it has lemons in it. So what are lemons to you? What do they mean? Do they have a symbolism or a metaphor? Write it down. I am really noting the color, the vibrant yellow, or yellow, which is exactly what I saw this morning in yoga. That solar plexus, that's exactly what I saw in the sun this morning, that big yellow ball in the sky. The solar plexus, the intuition, that's your energy center of your body. That just, the energy of that freshness, that kind of tartness, that kind of wakes you up, right? Shakes you awake. Do lemons invoke kind of a negative energy in your body? Does it feel like, oh, I don't want that, like a resistance? Or does it feel fresh, refreshing, like you're on vacation? How does that feel? So pay attention, because when we're talking about manifesting and we're talking about energy with David Bowie here, it's all about the expression. And so it's not just what you're putting out, it's how you're receiving information first, because then what you receive it comes into you, kind of alchemize it, and then you export it. And when you express it outwardly, then that says a lot about how you've processed, how you've received the information. Okay. So if you don't think good or bad necessarily, that's kind of a mind thing, but it helps you kind of get a sense, right? But if you feel in your body tight or open, light, uplifting, or heavier, or if you feel kind of grounded, like it just keeps you mellow, like in the balance, or if you feel like it brings you down all of a sudden, it's really important to feel, to allow yourself to sense and feel. That is a huge sacred art. That's what empaths do best, is you sense and feel. So Mr. Bowie is going to help us with that. Are we doing good so far? Yes. Now he shows me a huge eye, big eyeball. Well, that's attractive. You know what it looks like, you guys? Old school fortune teller vibes, like a little sandwich board, like psychic readings here, like that kind of vibe. Big eye, like a third eye, perhaps? Yes, he said, except it's in your tummy. He says, now you've seen this before. He says, you see it a lot, because he knows. So I do. I'll see an eye, like a third eye in somebody's heart. I'll see it in their tummy. It'll be turned inward. It'll be turned outward. I'll be able to tell. It'll be open. It'll be closed. It'll be halfway. I can tell how psychically aware they are and where they're psychic. When I see that, that's just my image. That's my cue. So for you, what does the eye represent? It literally looks like an eyeball, like this. Like, what do you see? Or how do you see what you see? This is about the manifesting. This is about visioning, holding yourself into a dreamy vision, not into seeing or focusing so much on reality of what is happening right here, right now, or the recall of what has happened, but more so the ability to take that very laser focus and point it up, right up to the sky. So that energy, that light, that effervescence that you are as a soul can receive more fully. All right, so the information can pour in to your crown chakra, to your third eye. I feel like it's in your belly, like he said, the belly, the belly, the belly, because of the intuition and how psychic you are. It's going to require you today, this manifestation energy, it's going to require you to be open to letting yourself dream again. Like if you could like start over or start fresh or be dropped into the middle of an incredible, awesome story. If you were dreaming or having the best dream ever, like at night, like you're having the best dream ever, where would you be? Where would you be if you're having like this great dream? And who would you be with? What are the kind of people that are around you? What's the weather like? How does your body feel? Warm or cool? Got a sweatshirt or a tank top sundress? Do you hear music? Or do you hear ocean waves? Is it just quiet? You know, that kind of vibe. That. Because it's not about manifesting tangible things like, I want a beautiful house or I want a trip to Greece or whatever. It can be, you can totally do that, but it's more than that. It's connecting to the things that the beautiful house and the trip to Greece invoke inside your body. What is it bringing up in your body? What is it triggering for you? What is that dreamy, gorgeous blue sea in Greece that is bringing something up for you that feels so amazing like that? And dream into that. That's the first place to go if you're going to manifest. It's not your brain. It's not your fucking brain. It's like, yeah, he says, very true. Very true. So now I see him sitting in a huge armchair and he's leaning back, like kicking back, like Archie Bunker or something, sitting back in this big armchair, lazy boy, kicking up his legs. And he's just sitting back there and he's like, yeah, what feels good? He says, what feels good? And he says, what feels most like you? Like you don't have to think about who you are, he says. What feels like you? What feels light and happy? What feels like that for you? He says, okay, so we're going to play a game. Think of a color. Right away, I see orange. I'm just going to say orange. That would be my sacral chakra, I think. Primal goddess. Fire energy. Yeah, thank you very much. What color comes to your mind? What color comes to you? When I say happy, he says happy. He says, we want it. What we want to do, he says, B, what we want to do is turn up the volume on the happiness for them. He says, that's what we want. He's like, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. I'm here for the equality of the balancing, he says, of what you've told yourself, what you're not, all the crap, all the self-sabotage. I'm here to turn up the volume on the happiness so there can be more equality within you on all the parts of you. Got it? That's what we're going to do. He says, think of a color. What color comes in? So you guys post in the chat what colors you see. Oh, Ziggy Stardust. Who's that? And the spiders from Mars. Oh, that's your stuff, right? Okay, because I was thinking Ziggy, but I'm like, I felt it, and I thought did I say it out loud? I think I did, right? Did I say it out loud? I'm like, I don't know. That sounds too weird to say. I don't know. Okay, I was also thinking Tom something. Anyway, Tommy something. Happiness is a yellow and green. Hi, a spectrum. Hi, Maya. Nice to see you. No, I'm not going to do that. Let's be polite to our guest, who is David Bowie today, because he is so astral, and we need somebody that's going to help us really understand this manifesting energy. Okay, so he says, think of a color. Okay, so what's the point of the color? He says, it will give you something to come back to. He says, over and over and over again. Okay, and it will be sort of like a button. He says that you can push to access what you want to access. Can we do anything really cool? Purple and yellow. I see some different colors popping into them. Mark. Okay. All right. So are you going to lead us on something or what? He says, we can. Are you ready? You want to buckle up? He's like, get your spacesuits on. Okay, David, you go for it. You have the floor. So I'm going to close my eyes so I can really just feel his energy. So I'm not going to be paying attention to the chat right now, just so you're aware. Okay, let's just feel his energy and see what he comes through with. Okay, there's lots of images. Am I supposed to say the images or the feeling? He says, you need to describe it because I can take you on an odyssey. He says, B, I can take you on a journey and you're going to need to narrate. Okay, so I'll narrate. All right, guys, you ready? This manifestation energy and the 8-8 portal, attaching and connecting to that with David Bowie. Okay, nice breath in. Exhale out. We're leaning back in our lazy boy chairs and we are really connecting to this energy of this day. 8-8. Okay. Grounding our feet, letting ourselves get floaty, softening your mind, closing your eyes. If you're comfortable in doing that, if you're not, you can just let your eyes drift down. Just kind of stare at the floor or a candle or maybe a coffee mug on your desk. Just give yourself permission to feel dreamy with David Bowie. Okay. Very much an astral projection kind of energy he brings forward. Okay, so I'm going to have to get this close to my mouth because I think I'm going to get a little relaxed. Okay. Okay, so first we're going to see some images and we're going to share what we see. We see daisies, beautiful daisies. They look cartoon-like. Flowers, like flower children, like hippie vibes, like 1960s hippie vibes. And just beautiful yellow daisies with a dot of white in the middle and the long green stems with the rich, lush green. So we've got yellow and white and green. I'm just looking at the daisies. We're looking at the daisies and we're going to grab one of those daisies. So reach out and grab one of those daisies. It's like a cartoon daisy. It's a big one. So you can reach out and grab that and hold it in your hand. You can imagine it as a piece of paper, cardboard, or 2D, 3D, 12D, whatever you like, whatever works for you. The room and the space that we're in, the energy of this space is actually like an orb, like an aurora borealis energy with a white constellations kind of scattered throughout this room space, almost like a soundstage, if you want to imagine that, but it's all around us, encompassing and enfolding us to create this creative space. It's for you to create whatever it is you choose to create as we're connecting here. He says, hold the flower in your hand. And he says, touch one of the petals. And I want you to go through the flower. He says, go through the flower and touch each of the petals and feel how soft it is on your fingertips. Rub it gently. Touch each one individually. And as you touch the flower and the petal of the flower, ask the flower to whisper something to you. Just touch it and feel it. Be open to what you might hear as you're rubbing the petal of the flower. You can go either way, clockwise or counterclockwise. Just touch the petals of the flower. Breathe in. Notice the senses in your body, the sensory responses of your body. Does your body calm down? Does it excite? Where do you feel when you're touching the petals of this beautiful flower in your body? Where do you feel it? What's coming through as you're touching the flower? What is coming through? Life is so much better when you have the full access to all of your senses. Yes, David. Yes, thank you. Breathing in and exhaling out. Softening your expectations in your mind. This is about freedom, he says. It's about freedom. It's about freedom. It's about choice. As you're feeling that flower petals, what do you choose? What do you choose to know? What do you choose to sense? What do you choose to receive in your body? This is about embodiment, connecting to each individual part of this beautiful flower, each piece that makes it whole, that gives you more information about it, the bigger picture, the senses. What is coming through you guys? Do you smell that? I smell like this caramely energy or cinnamony, like, oh, I burned cinnamon this morning. That's probably why. It's not here. It was outside. Cinnamon caramel. Do you have a scent, a fragrance that's coming in? You might not actually smell it with your nose in your human form, but you might get a perfume. You might see a bottle, the name of a perfume, the name of a lotion, a candle. Could be your grandmother's. He says it could be someone you love. Could be a time in your life that you love so much. It's about freedom. This is about freedom. We're freeing you, flower child. We're freeing you, he says. We're freeing you into the creative expansion of your youth. We're just starting in this life after all. We're just starting. Let that sense come in. He says fragrance, perfume, incense, candle, whatever that is. Smell. I smell cinnamon rolls. I don't even like cinnamon rolls. Okay. Oh, I just got the chills. I'm getting some zings in the heart. Let your body feel. This is embodiment. Bowie is helping us to access this. I'm having this alchemical feeling, helping us to access the different levels of our experience of life, of our essence, of our soul. So we can manifest by bringing together all these different forms of ourselves. So we can create something so much more fulfilling. And he says it's not about saying this is good or this is bad. He says it's about just embracing all of it, everything. Successes and failures, sadness, loss, pain, trauma, death, things that have been stolen from you, taken from you, the damage that has been done. Now I see fire, just a beautiful bonfire. So I'm going to invite you in this night sky, under this beautiful night sky of this gorgeous soundstage, to drop into the flames of the fire all that pain, that anger. Is there stuff you want to yell or say? You can write it down, my friends, if you want to, or you can yell it in. I'm going to do it because David's letting us do it. And I'm feeling super connected in the root chakra and very connected in that sacral chakra right now. And I'm like, I can see that fire. It's like, burn, baby, burn, release and clarify. He says, when you let go of the resistance, just the barriers, the crap that has blocked you, it's just not. It's just stupid shit. He's like, road closed for construction. No more, baby, no more. I see a beautiful yellow blanket on the earth and it's moist. It's wet grass, and then the flame, the just brilliant fire. It's like white, reaching up to dance with the sky, mixing with the stars. What do you want to say to the flame? Transmute all my trespasses. Take the transgressions. Take the tumultuous. Take the tragedy. Take the pain, the death, the suffering, the martyrdom. Take the blame and the shame and the guilt and the disgust. Take the disrespect and the disgrace and the lies and the manipulation and the deceit and the deception. Take the lies. Take the mysterious unknown trust and honor the trust. Put the trust on the altar where it belongs and let the ashes that covered it fall to the earth. trust belongs on this altar. Bridgette with grace. The anger that you feel is fuel. It's fuel. It's kindling. It serves a purpose. It has a place. You should be angry. If you're not, you don't feel. If you're devoid, if you're null, if you do not feel, you're dead. You're alive while you're dead. This is not what you came for. This is not life. Let's manifest. He says, the greater. Where's the greatness? Greatness is not because of the actions you've taken. It's because of your ability to release and let go when you have fallen and your face has been muddied or you've been kicked in the gut or stabbed in the back. Step right into the center of the fire if you dare and clear your entire body. No more shielding from pain. Burn away the shield. You think you're badass. You think you're hardcore, so protective, so careful. You've been burned, haven't you? So you become the flame. Say what you need to say now. Become the flame. He says the spark of the fire is the light in your belly. He says that's the creativity. Creativity. That's how literally I hear it as a D. That's so weird. Creative activity. Thank you. It's 2 words. He's like, we are creating words. Creative activity. He says it's movement. The energy of life is the spark, the motion, the fluid, the lighter fluid, the fuel. It's composted by the pain, by the trauma, by the deceit, by the hard times. This is no one's fault where you are at here and now. The way you feel is yours. Own your feeling. Are you angry? Are you happy? Are you connected? Are you longing? Are you wanting? Are you sad? Own your feelings. They are yours. This is interesting. He's talking about causation. He's saying, because of this, I feel this. No. The way you're wired causes the internal responsive reactiveness of the emotion, which gives you information. It is mindfulness from the body's perspective. It is understanding the heart and the emotion is like the musical notes. You decide how they work together, how it flows. You create creative activity, movement, allow energy moving, emotions moving, own them, utilize them. This is your fuel. These are the sparks that create the life of fulfillment, the happiness you are seeking. And the happiness isn't one thing, it's each note in a moment. And when you get a couple together and it has a sweetness, a sweet spot. Oh my God, it's like eating a mango, you guys. I love mangoes. They're my thing. I'm like, oh, and I have to buy them all cut up already so I can see where they're at in their process of sweetening and ripening. And then I eat them when they're super ripe and yummy and gooey and yummy. Mm. He said, yes, that is happiness. That feeling, that succulent, savory, juicy goodness. That's life. He said, this is the point. He says, you got it. You got it, babe. You got it. You got it, babe. You got it. You got it. He says, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You got it. You've got it. You've got it. You've got it. Now you've got it. So, David, is this what manifesting is? creating the opportunity for connection, to have and allow the experience to unfold. This is manifesting what you and I are doing. Did you hear what he said? It's about the connection, to then have the experience, to let it unfold. That's what the point, that's what manifesting is. Connection, then being present, to have the experience, to let things unfold. That's what manifesting is. And we can do it with intention. We can use our brains after, he says, after you purify, after you clear the stuff out that's not yours, which is the dust, which is the ashes from the past, which is the anger that is resistant and pushing everything away, when really you want to bring it in so you can compost it inside. You can throw it into the bonfire, and then it sparks up the sky. Then you step into the fire and you clear yourself off like a shower. And then boom, 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 boom. We show up, we unfold, and we're present. Now what? What do you want? Now what do you want? What you want? Now it's time to journal, my friends. It's time to manifest. And it's not just one day. It's not just one moment in time. It's every day. It's whenever it's an alignment for you. You are in your own time. Nobody else's. Yours. That's your power. One of them. All right. So that is that. Fabulous. This week I am offering a small group. I'm going to do psychic reading. I'm going to do a little channel talk from angels, guides, or spiritual masters. And then I'll do Q&A, psychic reading style for people. It's not a celebrity channeling. It's literally old school psychic reading style. And so you can see the link to join that. It's on August 10th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. The group is limited. It's in a Zoom platform, and you can find the link below in the description to sign up. I've been doing them every month, and they've been pretty fun. So if you can't make it this month, maybe you can join in September. All right, my friends. Thank you, David. You've been just awesome. Now he looks like he's wearing a yellow spacesuit. Interesting. No helmet, though. It would mess up the hair, he says. I'm like, okay. A yellow astronaut suit. Yellow solar plexus. Yellow sunshine. Yellow lion's gate. All right. Thank you so much for being here, my friends. A shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you, Patty Armad. Hello. Thank you so much, Ginny. Thank you, Quinette, for being here. Thank you, Nikki. Nice to see you. Thank you, A Spectrum. Nice to see you as well. Thank you, Lisa, Maya, Rob. Nice to see you. Cami as well. Lola, Darrell, Deja. Nice to see you. Hey, Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda, Anna. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here on this Tuesday. I will see you next week, unless you book a session with me. Then maybe I'll talk to you sooner. I do have private sessions, by the way. I think you guys know that, right? It's just there's links below in the description of this video and all my other videos. Whether or not I have space, yeah, it depends. But I do right now. I have a pretty good calendar. I will see you on Sunday for Sunday morning coffee. I try to do live stream whenever I can, and I'll try to do it in the morning, but it's been weird. Sometimes I work and it kind of screws it up. And then Monday for our channeling session. All right, we will see you later. I hope we've inspired your spirit and filled you with some hope and encourage you to live your life. It's your life after all, and you get to live it. Just live it. Thanks for being here.